Welcome to another edition of The Wrap. I'm your host Adam Westgate, and today we are going to be talking about Last Breath. Now, if you don't want to know any spoilers, please do not carry on listening because there will be spoilers about this. So this particular movie is about a 2012 diving accident, very specific deep sea cable diving accident to be precise, and it's actually kind of a feature-length version. Actually, it's the same director, a feature-length version of a documentary from 2019 about the same accident. So it's usually done the other way around, I find, but yeah, if you've watched the documentary, I mean, you kind of know what's going to happen, so spoilers don't really matter there. But if you haven't, different vibes, so pick which way around you want to do it because you will get spoiled. And the films that I first thought of when I saw the trailer for this, when I heard about this, because I hadn't seen the documentary and I didn't know about the incident before, it was at first Gravity or Apollo 13, that sort of disaster. Oh my god, is it going to turn out right, isn't it? I mean, Apollo 13 I'd probably say was a lot more famous. I mean, Gravity, being that it was fictional, I didn't know the end because I hadn't seen the Wikipedia page, so we were all safe there. And one of the interesting key features about this film which intrigued me was it's those odd jobs, the things that we don't talk about, like who literally on a daily basis, or weekly or monthly, or even like annually, hey, get together, it's Christmas, let's talk about deep sea diving cable maintenance, eh? That's a good conversation for Christmas Day, your American Thanksgiving, Ramadan, Easter. Yeah, deep sea diving cables all over the place with your Easter eggs. So off the bat, something that really hit me, and I'm not going to give like a blow-by-blow of the movie, but set the scene of the safety that's required, the danger. They show you a lot of the checks and balances that are going on, because something like this, you have to be certain you're going that far down the sea. I mean, actually anything to do with the sea is going to be pretty dangerous, but you're going that far down for deep sea cables. That's going to be tricky work, and you have to wonder, like, who actually maintains these things, because obviously we rely on these things for our daily lives, and the sea is not known to be very, very kind to objects and stuff that we generally want maintaining. I mean, forgetting the life down there involving with it, it's like just the water, the friction, the tension, not the tension of the movie even, just on the equipment. And the fact that these people have to literally get prepared to go so far down and feel that tension on their bodies. Even if you are in a suit protected partially, you have to get acclimatized. It takes hours and hours and hours and hours. There's actually a Simpsons episode where it was one of those ones where they're in the future, and to get down to the underwater house, I seem to remember, they had to sit in some chamber for, like, I think it was 12 hours or so. Don't quote me on the 12 hours, but I remember Milhouse being like, oh right, I can get up and do things. Only 12 hours to go. Yeah, that's pretty much their life. So you can really feel the danger, but one of the dangerous points, Woody Harrelson's getting old, and that's happening if you're not really young, like in front of our eyes. That's, oh boy, that's depressing. But hey, nobody really was the star of the movie. It was sort of like a good set of, it just like everybody got their role in it, you know. It's not about one person, it's about the actual disaster. I guess Mr. Lemons, who I'll come on to, the person who actually got cut adrift, he's probably the main character, kind of. But yeah, it's a team effort. And the person that I'm referring to, Chris Lemons, he's the one who actually got stranded and cut off and was literally on his own at the bottom of the ocean with 10 minutes of air. I mean, it'd be one thing if one of us was literally like, oh, pfft, took a wrong turn. Hey, guess what? I'm at the bottom of the ocean. I thought the pipes were that way. Tide took me that way, you know. Oh, I guess I'll just walk back. Nope, it's dark, probably really bloody cold, and yeah, kind of got 10 minutes of oxygen, so people generally have a preference to breathe. So you would think from that the tension would be lying mostly in the fact that he's stuck at the bottom of the ocean, which is kind of true, but the film has a lot longer to go than 10 minutes, so unless you literally did I guess the exact opposite of what most films, because 24, randomly bringing that in, was literally based on 24 hours, and most stuff happens quicker than real time, so you have to literally do something that was like 3 or 4 times slower than real life. But what is there to see in the ocean anyway? When you're looking, like, oh, it's dark, there's water over there, there's darkness over there, oh, there's water as well. What is there? Like, we know he's in peril, it's not going to add to it, it's not going to be like, oh, I completely forgot that actually being stuck at the bottom of the ocean, not knowing where you are with 10 minutes of oxygen. Usually a bad idea. Not going to help really, is it, with the tension of the film? So we go to the surface. We see them on the ship. I say chaos. I mean organised chaos, but people being like, "Oh my god, what do we do? We've literally not got very long to sort this out," because the whole accident happens because it's not called. I think it's a DPS system, but essentially GPS. Their TomTom goes wrong, and they start sliding away, which is what causes the drag at the bottom. So that's why it gets cut adrift. Yeah. So the tension's above, going, how are we going to rescue this guy? How are we going to get this guy out of here? That's where you're like, is this film going to be a bit of a sad ending, or are we going to get a happy ending? Because if you don't know the story before you go in, apart from guy gets stuck at the bottom of the ocean, you actually don't know that the good outcome's going to come. So I don't actually know how much of this film is based on, well, I know it's based on a real story, but I don't know how much of it is actually strictly completely true, because it is dramatised. But I get the impression that it's quite true to, you know, the real life story. I mean, it is off the back of the documentary the same director, so I would have thought that they wouldn't embellish too much. I mean, obviously it isn't clownish or comical, or like, it's very serious, so, and it's a pretty extreme situation by any measure, and I don't think anybody's going to go out going, got stuck at the bottom of the ocean, or it's just a Tuesday for me. It's dangerous, and again, I warn, if you don't want a spoiler, then don't listen on, but astonishingly, despite losing oxygen for more than probably you would want, well, you don't want to lose oxygen anyway generally, not a doctor, but he actually manages, even though he actually lost oxygen, took longer than 10 minutes to rescue him, he actually managed to survive, it seems, and it's pretty miraculous, to be honest. So I found this generally entertaining. I found the tension was really good. I thought the pacing was good. Yeah, all around, I thought it was a good time, and yeah, I'd like to know what you think on this one, because it was not my usual sort of movie, I would say. So yeah, not quite like Gravity, not quite like Apollo 13, especially considering that was a famous thing that pretty much everyone knew the outcome for. It felt a bit different whilst following the formula of these movies, which these formulas work for this. You don't want to tweak it too much and suddenly have dinosaurs popping out of the ocean, do you? We've got Jurassic World later in the summer for that. So what did you think of the movie? Did you enjoy it? Did you think it was, it wasn't really for me, or anything? Like, subscribe, comment. I'd really love to know what you think. Until next time, I'll see you later.